Hello, I'm Dr. Kirsten Hunter. This is Psych in Your Car. I'm taking a few moments to pull aside and to talk through psych issues that are relevant to everybody. And today we're going to talk about mindful eating and some of the tricks to stay awake to eating. These issues are all covered in my Signposts for Living books. There's 6 books, grabbing them. Here they are, a whole lot of them. And they cover 200 areas of psych knowledge that we cover in session, which we should all know, but we don't. So I'm going to cheat from my book because there's 8 issues to cover. But basically mindfulness, I'm sure we know, but mindfulness is about being present in the moment so that we're able to enjoy ourselves, so that we're able to make choices that are actually what we want rather than just reacting or being on automatic pilot or being completely, not present somewhere else and therefore not making choices at all. So mindfulness is about enjoying ourselves, enjoying our now, enjoying our life, and it's also about having a lot more control actually, so that we make really good choices. So if we're not mindful, that's a bit like going to a movie and not watching the movie. And the movie is our life and we need to watch our life. So being present. So with eating, we want to be mindful when we eat, partly to enjoy food, what a great pleasure in life, but also because we all, a huge portion of the population mindlessly eat, which means that we don't actually enjoy our food, but we actually will make bad choices, we will overeat, or we will eat for reasons that we don't actually agree with. So being mindful in your eating means that you get to enjoy your food and you get to make really good choices for your body, which is great. So 8 tricks to mindful eating. Let's go. So the first one is stop and think about, how are you? What's your mood? What are you thinking about? Why are you reaching for this food? So is this because you are feeling emotional, because you're feeling tired, because you're bored, because it's routine, because you're can't be bothered reaching for something and putting in a bit more effort and getting something that's a bit better for you? It's about stopping to think, how do I feel after I eat this food? You know, a lot of us will reach for food and afterwards think, why did I eat that? I don't feel well. So stop and think, how's your mood and why that food? The second is, if you can, sit down. It's really simple. We do a lot of eating on the go. So sit down. It helps us to appreciate our food. The next one is try to take away distractions. Now, in this modern era, we are terrible. We watch screens while we eat. I mean, I have to admit I do that, and I try not to. But how can you be mindful about your eating if you've got a screen in front of you? Also, try really hard to not eat while you're working. Again, I'm not great at that. So try to put aside work and sit and enjoy the meal. How can you enjoy it otherwise? The next one is we are very visual with enjoyment of our food. So try to eat off nice plates and glasses. It's not very expensive at all. We can all afford to just go in and get something that's a bit fresh and nice. It makes the meal. And also, please don't eat out of a bag as much as you can on the takeaway foods, because how can you possibly enjoy that? Portions. We are often socialized to eat large plates, way more than our stomach can absorb or should absorb. The stomach isn't actually very big, right? And often our stomachs are actually distended. They're extended. They're all warped out of shape, and we lose that sensitivity of saying that we're full. So if you think about a bread and butter plate, that's a really good size. So maybe think of that size food. Or actually use a bread and butter plate is one of the old things that people use, which is pretty cool. Number 6, we're getting there. Cutting up your food. Slow down. One person once said to my husband, chew, chew, chew. It's very true. So cut up your food and eat it slower. Some people say, hey, have a go at chopsticks. That's an interesting idea. So slow it down. Number 7 is your stomach. You eat food and then it takes a moment to hit the stomach. So if we're just gorging quickly, then we don't really notice our stomach is full. So give a bit of time for the stomach to actually receive that information and work out whether you are getting full or not. So slow down, take a break. It just really helps. And the last one maybe my favorite, is actually having gratitude for the food in front of us. One of the most extraordinary things is to actually grow your own food and eat it because you understand where it's come from. But most of us don't do that. So stop and think about the fact that this food didn't just materialize, it came from somewhere. So a bit of gratitude for, where the seeds came from and who grew it. If it's meat, the process of that meat and all of the time that's gone into that. The people who have done the packaging, the transport, the marketing, everywhere. There's this incredible food chain to the food chain, if that makes sense. And stopping and appreciating that is just a whole new level of gratitude, which we really are pretty poor at stopping and doing. So there you go. I hope that's helpful. It is an incredible life changer to mindfully eat because we make good choices and we enjoy ourselves. We're not kind of asleep, basically. So there you go. If you want to jump on KirstenHunterAuthor.com, there's a whole lot of resources. These books are available on every platform that I know of online, Signposts for Living. And there's 6 books that cover 205 or 207 clinical areas that help us all. Facebook and Instagram, Kirsten Hunter Author, and Twitter, Kirsten Hunter AU. All right, thank you. Bye.